We have got Allana Verde in the building. Yeah, what are you saying? Are you alright?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Are you good? Did you have a quick journey in, long journey in?
Quick journey in. Surprisingly fast journey in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, I'm going to start off with the name, Allana Verde.
Yes.
I found out it's not really...
Verde.
It's not really Verde.
Yeah,
I got corrected real quick.
Yeah,
Tell us why it's Verde.
Well, because green is my favorite color, and verde means green in Spanish.
Okay.
I'm South American, so I'm representing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes! No, one of them.
Yeah.
Now, the track beneath us, this is where I first kind of found out about you, is when you dropped a cover of The Warning,
Yeah.
which is a while back. Yeah, trust me.
All
it's
right,
fire.
then.
Do you want to tell us a little bit
Kept that
about
on the
that,
download, didn't ya?
just so people get, the people who don't really know where you start from?
Well, I wanted to do something new, and I was kind of like at a point where I was like, okay, I need something that's gonna create a buzz, something that's gonna get me noticed a little bit. And I was actually in studio and with my manager, and I was just like, okay, so we were going through ideas, and he was like, you know what, this would actually be really cool. So he just started telling me all these different artists that we could work with, something that we could redo. And yeah, as soon as I heard the track, I was like, okay, yeah, this is amazing. And I thought it'd be really cool to do like a black and white video, just something really old school.
Yeah.
And the rest was history.
As they say, yeah. And was there some real truth behind it? Because you were talking about someone trying to take your baby away from you, take Bay away from you.
Yeah, there was some truth.
There was some truth there.
Yeah,
is it?
definitely some truth.
Oh.
There was truth, yeah?
More like 4 people in a relationship than 2.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of people in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, it could go either way. It could be good, or it could be bad, innit?
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad one still.
Okay, so then tell us a little bit about the journey from there then, because that hit very well. I mean, it was circulating. You had like a few articles like Complex Fader and things like that. So where did we go from there to like here now?
Well, like I said, I got recognition for it, and it created like a little buzz, and which was really good because it put me on like a little platform. And I guess from there, with like my personal life, things just went really downhill. If I'm being completely honest, at one point I kind of not just lost myself, but lost myself in music as well.
As you do.
But then at the beginning of the year, starting this EP was kind of the only thing that really saved me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you say lost yourself in music, would you do you mean like struggling a bit for some identity in what you were doing, or just
It kind of makes sense and doesn't make sense. So like I was drawn to music, but at the same time felt like I couldn't really do anything. Like I became like I wasn't even being social anymore. Like I just really just lost myself. So yeah, I guess just who I was really. Okay then. So then that really brings me to my next point, because
it's your face, bro.
I wouldn't want to cross Allana.
Hitman. Because I'm probably going to say the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing.
No, but you're not, because every track name on this Broken Record EP
is a man's name.
No. Where are you going
Gary,
with this?
Anthony.
It reflects some form of like pain or growth. Like like you got Bad Side. Remind me of the track name, so I'm not going to pretend like
Broken Record.
Broken Record.
It's Complicated.
There you go.
Bad Side.
Bad Side.
I Know Better Now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of works in that order as well.
Yeah, but this is the thing. The EP itself was kind of like the situation. The EP is a broken record because I found myself like when I would get to the 4th track, which everyone will eventually hear, I found myself going back to the beginning again, or like even on shuffle at points, and like not really knowing where I was.
So how difficult was it then to record those things, if they were they're things that happened to you and you had to get them out, and like I'm sure there's probably a lot you didn't want to say on it because I know you're quite a private
Yes,
person,
very private.
and I'm sure there's a lot of things that you wanted to say
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh.
So where did we find the balance there? How did you find the balance, and how hard or easy was it for you to do that?
Well, like you said, yeah, I mean, I would love to have there's so much I want to say, and I feel like I wouldn't even be able to get all of it on there, even if I tried. But being so private and reserved,
Yeah.
I was like, let me make an EP where I can, like, I don't have to make it that personal, like that detailed, but I
Yeah.
can still get the message across. And I feel like I did my best to try and do that, so.
I think you've done pretty. I can imagine that you've done pretty well. Is there pressure having someone like I'm gonna call him Michael Payne,
Yeah.
like Michael Payne, as your manager when he's so highly regarded with his writing skills and caption skills? Keeping up with his captions alone
Yeah, I
is
know.
enough.
Yeah, he's king
But
of that.
is he is he onto you about like your writing and your songwriting and you know? Does he help? Does he hinder?
Well, we
Does he
co-write.
pressure?
We co-write a lot.
Okay.
I know better now. I actually wrote that track by myself, but I mean, he always lets me write what I want to write, whatever inspires me. Like that would be coming from me, and then ideas get thrown around. So like I'm open to ideas.
Yeah.
But if I write something, because he's so particular, like you said, with words, I
Yeah.
guess he would just like review it, and if there's something that he feels, you know, I don't know, could be better or just a suggestion, then I'll take it on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And with your sound, because your sound's very very versatile, and I like the way you're trying to bring back the 90s R&B feel. Is that something that you're consciously going to bring more to, or are you going to continue to be varied and kind of, I don't know, like widen your audience, so to speak?
Yeah, definitely have like a broad audience. I rather like reach out to different people. I think not being able to stick to one genre is good,
Yeah.
because then I can work with multiple different artists, and it allows me to get heard by like many people. So, yeah.
So people who wouldn't necessarily listen to you. Well, saying that, like you had the collaboration with Mez, and then that was on the Knots, London. I think it's London to Knots, and then you've had also you were on the Powers album as
Yeah.
well, and you was on the track with Michael Payne, which I think was Smoke.
Smoke, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about that and working on the Powers album and how that kind of, because that was quite a pressured environment, was it not?
Yeah,
It was quite intense.
It happened like really fast, actually. I think it's like 32 artists in 14 days.
Yeah.
It was just like before I had actually realized it started, it was like already wrapping up, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty exciting, like meeting all these different artists and being in like a room with them and just vibing off each other. It was really cool.
So what was the one thing that you, because like I say, that was quite an intense, like super camp experience. So
Yeah.
what would you say you took away from that the most? What was the most valuable thing you took away from that?
I guess just, how can I explain this? I don't know, just improving on like my writing skills, and I guess it just showed me that I can actually like accomplish things that I dream about. Like, you know, oh,
Yeah.
this can happen. Like,
Yeah.
no dream is too big. So yeah,
That's how you have to think. You have to think that way. Otherwise, you won't get anywhere.
yeah.
You seem to me to be so laid back and so chill that either I can't imagine you having a bad side.
That's good. That's really good.
Look, see, that's what it comes in. Either I can't imagine you having a bad side, or your bad side is 0 to 100 real quick.
Well,
Which one is it?
I'm Latina, so you know, like fiery.
Mate, I'm done, mate. Yeah, so
That's it.
See you later. Yeah?
She goes all Cardi B, money shoes, and real quick. Okay then. Well, we're gonna play Bad Side. Would you like to give it a little bit of an introduction?
Yes. Okay, so this is Bad Side from my EP Broken Record. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here it is.
It felt like going insane.